Good evening. Welcome on into Trench Talk with Devontay Love-Taylor. Where is Devontay Love-Taylor, you ask? He's here. It's all good. I'm the opening act. I'm Aslan Hajavani, Director of Digital Media for Warchant.com, your ultimate Seminoles sports source. Hit that thumbs up button. Going to ask you a bunch of times, so let's just get out the way now. Hit that thumbs up button. We certainly would appreciate it. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's totally free. It's in the lower right corner of your screen. Set your notifications by clicking that bell for however often, maybe infrequently, you want to be notified whenever we drop videos. We got lots coming up on the website this week. After that huge win against Miami, Boston College looms at noon. Florida game announcement for the kickoff has dropped. That's also a noon game as well. Gene Williams working on a fun little feature for the Florida game. We can look ahead. The team not looking ahead, though. Interviews with Coach Mike Norvell, offensive coordinator Kenny Dillingham, defensive coordinator Adam Fuller, and special teams coach John Papuchis, special teams coordinator John Papuchis. That's all up on our YouTube page right now. Hopefully you've seen that. Subscribe, spread the message. And don't forget, Tuesday, 1 to 3 o'clock, live here on YouTube, will be Seminole Headlines with Jeff Cameron, Corey Clark, and Ira Schofel. In no particular order. Pick your favorite. We all have our favorites, but no particular order on my end. 1 to 3 p.m. It's also on 93.3 FM here in Tallahassee. Check out the podcast of Jeff Cameron, the victory montage, courtesy of Tom Lang. That's available on the podcast feed as well. Hope you folks all saw the emotional sort of response from Kenny Dillingham at Monday's press conference. Maybe we'll ask Devontay about that, but we're going to ask all the questions that you folks have for him right here on Trench Talk. And don't forget, practice starts as well tomorrow. We'll have updates from practice. That's going to go on around 9:30 or so. We're doing the updates now after practice with the interviews. So get your work done at your desk and then check back in like around 11 o'clock. We'll have you totally covered. With that said, let's get this show started. Second to last, maybe unless they go to a bowl game, edition of Trench Talk with Devontay Love-Taylor starts in about 15 seconds. From the ultimate Seminole sports source comes another original live content production. Trench Talk with Devontay Love-Taylor. You bring the live rounds, he'll bring the pancakes. And now, number 58 in your programs, but number 1 in your hearts, here's the man of the next half hour, Devontay Love-Taylor. Let us go. There he is, Devontay Love-Taylor. Usually we do a little small talk before we hop here on the internet, but I didn't even want to waste it, Devontay. How are you, my man?
I'm good. Ready for another week.
I mean, give me a little bit more than good, man. You got to feel great, right?
Yeah. It felt great, but, we're on to a new week, got to focus on the next opponent.
Right. Was everybody in attendance family-wise, all the special people in your life, were they at Doak Campbell to watch and witness that Saturday?
Yeah, we had a great time. We got to hang out after the game, and we just enjoyed all that came with it.
I asked all your teammates after the game on Saturday night, what it sort of meant, that moment as the clock changed from the third quarter to the fourth quarter and both teams sort of met at midfield. Usually happens before games sometimes. Where were you when that was all going down to start the fourth quarter? What do you remember about that moment in particular?
I just remember that was just like the turning point, they thought they had the momentum like going in and that they were just going to run away in the fourth quarter. But, like I said, that's what we practice for. Our toughest part of practice is the end, and that's to get us ready for the fourth quarter. And, we were ready, we responded, and we did what we had to do.
Indeed. We appreciate it. 31-28 win on Saturday. Devontay Love-Taylor goes out, 2-game win streak against the Canes. All he does is beat the Canes, y'all. Love it. Let's get started with the questions, Devontay, over on the Tribal Council of Warchant.com. Again, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the YouTube page, but maybe subscribe to the Ultimate Seminole Sports Source, Warchant.com, with that promo code Warchant30. Comes from our guy, Island Chief. Not sure if he's an island boy with, just crazy hair, but he says, great game. What are the most memorable games you have played in? Are they rivalry games?
I have to say the one on Saturday is like the most memorable that I played in, just being a part of it. You hear about those great drives put together by that get talked about for 20, 30 years. People are going to talk about that forever. That was a big turning point. It was Coach's first win against Miami. We converted a 4th and 14. That's stuff that gets talked about for a long time, and I was on the field for that. I was able to be a part of it. So that's probably going to be my most memorable game. That, and then probably the FIU Miami game and the North Carolina game last year.
I know you stay present and in the moment, but like, what are you thinking? I mean, you're just thinking, I got to do my job. But when it is 4th and 14 and everything's riding on that play, like what's going through your mind? How do you feel in that moment?
Well, me, I was just like, you got to protect. But then Maurice like looked at me in my face. He looked at me like, I'm not lying. I promise you. He said, "We're gonna get this. So just block the best you have all game, and let's get ready to tempo and get on the ball." Like if you saw like when we converted, there wasn't like a lot of celebrating from us. Like up front, we just ran and got on the ball. We had to get ready for the next play. It's like you want to live in the moment, but job wasn't finished.
Yeah. The job wasn't finished. Speaking of which, maybe we'll hop ahead or no? All right, works out perfectly. It's our guy Dave in Bardstown, Kentucky. Walk us through what it was like on the 1 foot line for our final touchdown. Was it much different than O line versus D line on any part of the field?
Yeah, that's just when you just have to like dig. It's gonna be, what's coming. Everybody in the stadium, I think it was 72,000 plus however many were watching at home. They knew what was getting ran. And that's just when you have to. That's when your training comes in and you want to.
I mean,
But
it's just like try to get as much push as you can. I mean, because shout out to Jordan for not just like following Maurice. No, we love Maurice, but like he saw that Miami had stacked what seemed like, I don't know, like 6 guys over the ball. I mean, that was pretty. Was that a heads up play for Jordan to run off guard, or
yeah, it's he picks his side, wherever he feels like going. And we practice it. We practice that every week. We're always prepared for that situation. There wasn't like a moment of hesitation. As soon as we got on the 1 yard line, that the personnel grouping was ready to run on the field, and we lined up and we just ran it until we got it.
So did Maurice tell you that you guys were going to convert it while he was like squatting down, like looking around, or was like in the huddle, he was telling you like, "Hey man, we got this"?
No, so right when because it was 3rd and 14, and I think he threw an incompletion.
Correct. Yeah.
And then right before they reset the ball, he just kind of said, he's like, "We're gonna get it, so let's lock in."
Called the shot, man, like Babe Ruth, like pointing to the fence, man. That's awesome. Our guy Maurice, we love it. Let's go to Hawaii. Our guy Ralph, Spartan Knoll 71, says, "Aloha, Devontay. How's it? Keep the men focused this week. Task at hand is Boston College and nothing else. Having said that, can you give us some insight as to the player-to-player level accountability for keeping everyone focused on said task? Really appreciate how hard the men have fought this year. Mahalo, Ralph in Hawaii."
This team has grown so much this year. There isn't really a need for like I don't want to say accountability, but like we understand, like we know the goal at hand is to go 1-0 every week and to get 1% better each day. And that's like where the buy-in comes in, and that's what's understood around the building now. And it shows up on Saturdays. And I wouldn't say we don't hold each other accountable, but everybody understands what needs to be done.
Just do your job. You're one of, what is it? You're one
You're
out of 11?
Yeah, you're 111.
You're 111. There you go. There you go. All right, let's keep it rolling here on warchant.com. We'll get to your folks here on YouTube. We know you're out there. We love you, but stay patient with us here. Seminole JM simply says, let Devontay know that half of everybody in Franklin, North Carolina is apparently kin to him. Every other patient I see is somehow related. When they find out I'm an FSU fan up here, they are proud to claim him. You got folks up there in Franklin, North Carolina?
Yeah, so I was actually born in Franklin, North Carolina. I moved down to Florida when I was about three or 4 years old. But yeah, that's where my grandparents live. That's where me, my mom, and my dad were all from up there.
That's awesome, man. So is that part of why you always talk about playing for the Panthers? I mean, you'll play.
Well, that's why I grew up a Panthers fan, and I love going up there. It's the mountains, it's beautiful. It's a little cold up there right now, but.
So is that, I assume that's like Western Carolina then? That's a western part?
Yeah, Western Carolina. Yes, sir.
My folks, we vacation a few times in Highlands. Is that close at all?
Yeah, that's like 20 minutes from Franklin. It's right up the mountain.
Beautiful up there. Oh man, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. Small world. Look at that, everybody. Um, Levy Stevens or Levy Stevens. Hey, Devontay, no question today. Just want to say thank you and to all your teammates for bringing back the fight to FSU. Win or lose, I'm so proud of you all for playing so hard every game and every play. But this week made us even more proud than this fan base has been in years. What a great win, guys, and one that will go down in Florida State history.
Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate it.
I mean, you said at the top, but I don't know, man. I feel like in 10 years, it'll really maybe hit you. Maybe only not that long, but this is that is a game, man, that you played in that's going to be talked about at this place that's never going to ever turn their back on football.
Yeah.
Anytime you guys all get together, it's like you guys are going to talk about this game, I would assume, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I feel like a little more after the season, looking back on it, but, right now we still got 2 tough games left, and you don't want to I want to say hungover on the win.
Keeping things rolling here on Trench Talk with Devontay Love-Taylor. If you could hit that thumbs up button, we would certainly appreciate it. This comes from S. Quinn67. Great win. We love the fight you guys bring every week. I know the offensive line typically doesn't mind playing in cooler weather. Are there any guys on the team that you're worried about playing in the cold for the first time?
Not really. Once you're moving and your body heat gets up, it's really not that cold. But I don't know. I can't say that I've played in cold weather, but I've never been to Boston. I think the coldest I've played in is like 35 or 36. So I don't know how it's going to be up there, but we'll be ready.
I think it's a noon game. I think somebody said the forecast says it'll be like 45. So
that's not too bad.
Yeah. You get out of your car and walk into the stadium when it's like 40 in the morning out here the last few weeks. So
yeah,
this will be good. Keeping it moving here on Trench Talk with Devontay Love-Taylor. Our questions coming from our subscribers on Warchant.com. This is Islander_Nole. Thanks to you and the team for such a thrilling game and getting a win for the good guys. Being at Doak Campbell is awesome and one I'll never forget. Was senior day emotional for you? What are your plans once you leave Florida State? What will you remember the most about that Miami game? Thanks, Devontay, and go Noles.
I didn't let it get too emotional. It didn't really hit me. It still hasn't really hit me yet, but it was just getting the opportunity to finish in Doak and like going into college, not being at Florida State. And if you would have told me that I'd be doing a senior day at Doak Campbell Stadium, I don't know what I would have said to you, but I wouldn't have believed you. And having my family there, and then just being able to pull out the win and go out on the right note for all the seniors and for all those guys that have been here, like Emmett and Bavion, for a long time, and Brady, and they've been through the ups and downs. Getting to end it like that for them, that was very emotional.
Candy for Noel says, good evening, Devontay. Congratulations on the win. So I'm kind of a rules buff, and I did not know about the 3-second spike rule. How much time have you guys actually spent on that rule as a team? Have a great week and beat Boston College.
If you could see the clip when he spiked the ball at 2 seconds, our entire sideline was holding up 3 because we knew, we do football one-on-one meetings during camp every year. And we know, like, we understand the game of football and that if there's not 3 seconds left, you can't spike it. So once he spiked it, we were hoping, we were like, spike it, spike it, spike it. And you seen Coach Norvell run to the ref, and we all knew what happened, and I guess they didn't. But
I was in my house by myself watching the game, and I'm just like, the game's over. I mean, first off, and I said on the podcast, like, whoever's our clock operator's got to be quicker because even the fact of him taking the snap and spiking the ball, that was 2 seconds. So he didn't spike it in time. But, yeah, you need 3 seconds on the clock. So when he got under center, I'm like, he's going to try to spike it. The game's over. And he kind of like faked it almost.
Yeah,
like,
I don't think he wanted to spike it. I think the quarterback knew like not to spike it, but the receivers didn't run routes, so he kind of just had to.
You hate to see it, Devontay. Sometimes you just hate to see these things, How you feeling, by the way? Our guy over on the Tribal Council, Bert1992, is wondering how you feel now, coming off, last year's injuries behind you, and how are the nicks and knacks? Is it accumulating, or do the wins help make everything feel better?
Yeah, the wins make it all worth it. I feel good. I feel as good as I'm gonna feel. It's week 12. I play a physical position, so it's they add up, but not bad. I don't feel any worse than anybody else does.
Keeping it now over to YouTube. Hit the thumbs up button, everybody. Again, we certainly would appreciate it. Our guy Wes in the Villages asks, was that 4th and 14 play the greatest play you've ever been part of?
Yeah, that, and then the quarterback sneak.
Would you guys have kept going? Like, if it would you guys? You think you would have kept sneaking it on every single play, or would it eventually be like, all right,
Yeah, they were going to put it on our back, so it was going to be on the offensive line whether we won or lost.
I mean, what's going through your head? Like, are you thinking about that? Like, this is, hey guys, like this is, if we can't push these guys 6 inches, like we're not going to win. Like it really did all come down. We always talk about games are won in the trenches, but I mean, it literally came down to you guys.
Yeah. So when we came to the sideline before the last quarterback sneak, Coach Atkins just said, if you finish in the end zone, you win. Like he told all 5 of us that. He said, if you guys finish in the end zone, you'll win. And then the next play, I think all 5 of us finished in the end zone.
It's beautiful. It was beautiful. Eric Angel, our guy in Cincinnati, says, hello. Devontay, how's the atmosphere in the locker room after the game Saturday?
It was great. You know, those are some of the like best parts of being a part of a team. You know, just seeing all those people happy and celebrating, and you know how much work everybody's put in. You know, whether it's the scout team guys or the starters, you know, everybody works hard every single day, and to see it get rewarded, and to see all the coaches happy, and it's great.
Our guy Kyle, get down or lay down. Did anybody choke on the dust that used to be the Miami Rock after Jermaine vaporized it? What a hammer swing.
If they did, they didn't say anything about it. They were too busy celebrating.
Did any of you guys on the offensive line get to take a swing of the hammer?
No, it's usually just one guy, but we don't really care about it. We got the win. We're good.
That's all about. Hey, Kyle follows up. We talked about it a little bit earlier, though, but did they disrespect you guys with the way they came out to midfield to start the 4th quarter?
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, but like we're not a big trash talking team. I don't know if you could tell by that on Saturday or not. You know, we're kind of taught to just do it with our play and then shake your hand after and let you know what we did. Like we don't have to voice it. We can just show it. So yeah, we took that into consideration.
This is our guy Marlon Devontay, and he came up from Miami with, I think, 5 other Miami fans. And he's a Florida State guy. His lady's a Miami fan. All of his boys are Miami fans. He had to drive up in a bus with them, but he got a really good ride back. So shout out to Marlon. He says, great win, my dude. I was in the stands for both of your wins against Miami, the one at Marlins Park and then the one at Doak. Which one was the sweetest win?
You know, I had to say the one at Doak was the sweetest. You know, it was fun at FIU and everything, but there wasn't 72,000 in the stands. It wasn't senior night. We didn't convert a 4th and 14. We didn't come back in the 4th quarter. We didn't have a 2-minute drive to win the game. You know, it was kind of like the drive was like everything we've practiced paying off. So it was just the one at Doak for sure.
Harley Ferguson asks, as an outgoing senior, Devontay, how do you view your role in helping with recruiting efforts for the future?
Well, just the guys I talk to while I'm here, you know, I'm always open to answer any questions. And, you know, even the coaches, they say, be honest. Whatever they ask, be honest, because we don't want any surprises when they get here. And, you know, our staff they just keep it so real in recruiting. You know, they don't sugarcoat anything. And I think that's why we're having such a good recruiting turnout.
Gator Kirk, our guy up in the 757 Virginia Beach, Virginia, says, good evening. At the end of the game, did you get a chance to reflect on that being the last time you were playing in Doak? Says you're looking good in that Warchant polo, by the way. He's been wearing it all year, guys. Thanks for the shout out.
Yeah, we went back out to take a group picture. And, you know, I was kind of just looking around and I was like, you know, I never thought I'd be here. And just to have this happen, just to even be on the team, let alone play and have a win like that as my last one in Doak, it's gonna be special for a long time.
Noel Princess just wanted to say, great win, Devontay. Tomorrow is my birthday. I could not have asked for a better gift. You guys played your hearts out, and it showed. Go Noles.
Thank you.
So that's pretty cool.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, there you go. Attaboy. Jared just likes seeing you smile, man. like seeing you smile and talking about these special moments. Everybody's really super excited, man. Let's see what else we got here. Television, if that's in your future after your illustrious playing career in the pros, Devontay, you want to be a sideline reporter? Do you want to be like the main anchor? Do you want to be an analyst? Do you want to do the play-by-play? What would you want to do if you were on television talking ball?
I want to do the play-by-play. I want to draw up the schemes and show everybody on TV what happened and what kind of scheme they ran and who missed what and who made the key blocks and who made the right reads and everything like that.
Kyle just rolling with us, man. Do you guys tell recruits not to put on the FSU uniform and do TikTok videos anymore?
That has nothing to do with me. I didn't.
Gator Kirk on the goal line play. Yeah. Maurice Smith. Some of these are trickling a little bit later, but yeah, Gator Kirk goes Maurice Smith with the motivating message to you guys right there, Devontay.
Yeah, well, we kind of got in a little huddle because I think we called the timeout, or they did, because we didn't get the first two. And then we kind of huddled up together, all 5 of us away from the whole offense with Coach Atkins. And we were like, we need 6 inches, and it's on us. And, we're going to win or lose on us. So we have to make a statement. We talked about everything we've been through this year, how many games have came down to the last minute or the last possession, and we haven't been able to finish. And we said, we gotta flip the switch right now. We have to finish.
Forgot to mention the second part of our guy. He'll come back to me if I don't ask all the entire question, but we'll hop back to warchant.com. Dave was asking if for some reason Dylan Gibbons were to fall asleep on the charter up to Boston, will you put Christmas ornaments in his beard?
I would not. I don't think I would mess with a man that has a beard like that while he's asleep. He might turn into like a bear or something.
Oh man, does he have a golf cart? I think I saw somebody look like him rocking a golf cart on camera. I'm like, look at this guy.
Yeah, he has a golf cart. He does.
Oh man. Have you rewatched the game at all?
Just the film view. I haven't watched the TV version or anything like that. I've just watched it from our film view.
What did your phone look like after the game?
Pretty crazy. I probably had about 20 texts, a lot of stuff on Instagram, but I kind of just breeze through it. I'm ready to get out and see my family and just spend time with my teammates and enjoy it.
Do you ever do it, man? Do you ever hit up the selfie, the locker room selfie? Is that in the DLT playbook or no? We don't.
Yeah, a little bit, not a whole lot, but you gotta when you start celebrating the locker room, you want to have those memories.
Zach asks if you've seen Coach Dillingham's interview today. You got a little bit emotional. I don't know if you saw that or not.
I have not.
All right. Well, lucky for you, we have it here. Pull it up here on our why you should be subscribed to our YouTube page, Devontay. You'll be able to check this thing out whenever you wanted to. I kid. But yeah, we're talking to Kenny. Kenny's always been tweeting stuff out after victories, and he usually talks just about how I guess for him it's all about seeing you guys happy after big wins.
What was your
he was kind of asked what it feel to see another a win and what were your emotions of it. So that was the question. That's how I'll tee it up. Actually, I need to hit this one little button so that we actually can hear the audio because that's most of it. But this is kind of the back and forth that we had today, and let's see what you think about this.
Your reaction when that game ended, seeing how the team celebrated and how they celebrated together?
Yeah, I mean, they're a special group of guys who stuck together, and yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool.
Secondly, what does BC present defensively that's difficult?
BC.
Kenny, I'm not trying to be Oprah here, but I don't think you're getting emotional on Chris's question about Boston College's defense. So I guess what was that moment? Why did you just have the reaction you had to that?
You got special kids, man. That's it. Got special kids.
Yeah, I mean, he's after the game, he was so excited. I told Coach Atkins, I got to stay away from him. He might punch me in the chest. He was so excited, and like he understands. He sees us every day. He knows how much work we put in, and like he knows how frustrated we've been because like there's never been a question whether we work hard or not. And, even for the coaches, there's nothing more rewarding than seeing the work pay off. And I just felt like it all paid off. All the rough things that's been going on this year. And then even last week with the whole flu issue. We've been going through a lot this year as a team, and we finally got to enjoy like a close win at the perfect time. And football is an emotional game, and it's bigger than football with that. We're a family at the end of the day, and to see everybody happy, you let us see your family happy.
Yeah, man, that's a good one to go out on. But we'll take one last one from Kyle. Was the game louder than Notre Dame?
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially after that touchdown or the 4th and 14. That's probably the loudest I've heard it.
It exploded. All right, we went through that. Look at that, man. We went through like almost a dozen questions on Warchant. We got through a bunch of questions here on YouTube. Thanks, everybody, for watching. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, again, it's in the lower right corner under Devontay. Hit subscribe. Hit the thumbs up, too, on the way out. Devontay, man, we got, I think, maybe only one more of these now after this. But if you guys went out, we'll have a bowl game. We can hang out even more. So,
yes, sir.
Best of luck moving forward, man, and we'll see you out there tomorrow on the practice field.
Yes, sir. Thank you all.
That's Devontay Love-Taylor. I'm Aslan Hajavani. Thanks so much for watching this edition of Trench Talk. Again, hit that thumbs up on the way out. We certainly would appreciate it. Have a great one, and go Noles.